Hello guys, so from today we are starting a new session, FSC part 1. So today the first lecture is of biology botany. The chapter name is cell structure and function. So let's get started. The first thing that we are gonna study is what is cell. Cell have a three main parts: covering portion, which includes cell wall, cell membrane, cytoplasm, which is a kind of liquid which is present in the cell, and the nucleus, which is the center and the structure and basic part of the cell. It contains chromosome, DNA, and gene. So we have two kinds of so cytoplasm is divided into two kinds: cell organelles and cytosol. Okay, cell organelles include membrane bound organelle and amembranous bound organelle. In amembranous bound organelles, it includes ribosomes and centrosome, and in the membrane bound organelles, we have two things which are double membrane and single membrane. Double membrane includes mitochondria and chloroplast, and single membrane include endoplasmic reticulum, lysosome, Golgi bodies, and vacuoles. So here we have a small chart of the cell. So in cell, if we if we detect or if we remove the cell wall from the cell, so it become a protoplast. And if we are removing cell membrane and cell wall both, it became protoplasm. When we remove the nucleus also, it becomes cytoplasm. Means a cell which do not have cell membrane, cell wall, and nucleus is called a cytoplasm. And a cell which when we remove the cell organelles, it becomes cytosol, or we can also say hyaloplasm. Okay, when in cell, when the cell wall is not present, the cell is called as protoplast. When cell wall and cell membrane is not there, we can say the cell is called as protoplasm. And when nucleus, cell membrane, and cell wall is not there, the cell is called as cytoplasm. And when the cell organelles, nucleus, cell membrane, and cell wall is not present, then it is called as cytosol or the hyaloplasm. Now we will discuss cell wall. So cell wall is secreted by the living portion called protoplasm. Okay, we have many living organisms which have cell wall, like plant, bacteria, fungi, and algae. The cell wall of plant is made up of cellulose, pectin, hemicellulose, and lignin, in which 50% or sorry 80% of the plant cell wall is made up of hemicellulose, and remaining of the cellulose, pectin, and lignin. The bacteria cell wall is made up of peptidoglycan. Okay, peptido peptidoglycan, and the cell wall of fungi is made up of chitin, and the algae cell wall is made up of cellulose. So cell wall is also a protective layer. It provides shape, support, and it also help in the it work as a it act as a skeletal of a plant. And it is a non-living cell membrane is a living, but cell wall is a non-living part of the cell, and it is permeable in nature. It allows water to pass through it, and it is the most outermost layer of the cell. It The cell wall has three layers, which includes primary, secondary, and tertiary, or you can say middle lamella. Okay, then we have three layers: primary, secondary, and middle lamella. Here you can see now we will discuss first about the middle lamella. So whenever any organisms or organisms is any organism enters any cell, so the first layer will be crossed by any organisms. When organism entering in the cell, the first layer is called middle lamella. Okay, middle lamella is also called as a cementing layer between the two daughter cells. It is also known as cementing cells, which is present between the two daughter cells. It is composed of calcium, magnesium, and pectase. It provides a linkage between two adjacent cells, and it formed during the process of cytokinesis. Here you can see the diagram of cell wall, middle lamella. So this one part, the middle one part is called as middle lamella. This one part, this one layer is the primary cell wall. This one is the secondary cell wall, and the third one is the cell membrane, or we can say yes, it is the cell membrane, and the inner part is called the cytoplasm, same as here. And this canal like structure is made, this is called as the plasmodesmata. It is a type of canal which cross the walls of the adjacent cells, and it is used to communicate with used to communicate and exchange the cytoplasm of these both cells. This cytoplasm can go there, and this cytoplasm is going to go there. And plasmodesmata is a part where the cell wall is not present. Okay, where the cell wall is not present, it is here. From this path, cytoplasm can pass from one cell to another. Okay, primary cell wall contain the young dividing cells, and it is very thin when it is not mature, and when it becomes a mature, it become more thick and rigid, and it is made up of the cellulose, pectin, and hemicellulose. And the secondary cell wall is made up of the lignin, and it has sclerenchyma, which are known as dead tissues, xylem vessels, sclerenchyma fibers, tracheids, and sclerites. So, sclerenchyma fibers and sclerites are both the kinds of sclerenchyma, and sclerenchyma fibers are more flexible than sclerites. Okay, then we have the xylem vessels. Xylem vessels are connected, are a cylinder-like structure which are connected end to end, and they are only found in the angiosperm plants. Here you can see the structure. This is these are the xylem vessels, vessels element. Here you can see here the pores present which allow water to pass from uh, downward to upward, and these are the xylem vessels. Okay, here we have one more point. Whenever the middle lamella is formed in the middle of any cell, that is called as the phragmoplast. Here you can see the cell wall. This is a cell, and middle lamella is this. So it is formed in the middle, so this is called the phragmoplast. Now we will discuss about the functions of cell wall. Here you can see the first function of the cell wall is that it provides the mechanical support, shape, protection, and it acts like a skeletal framework in plant. Okay, and the second function is that cell wall is a hydrophilic in nature, which means it is capable of imbibing water, and it is a permeable structure.